Before you get down to my ensuing talk, please remember or refresh in your mind one or two grievous, pitiable, heart-rending, wildlife episodes of predators killing prey that has left indelible stamp in your memory, or have a look at 2-3 such episodes from the internet afresh. Hello, welcome back to everybody to this Brahmavidya channel. I presume you have looked up the above video showing the struggle for food, struggle for sustaining life. The predator struggles to sustain its life. The prey also struggles to sustain its life. And one loses in the game, loses its life itself. Becoming the one-time meal for the prey, nothing more. For the predator, becoming a one-time meal for the predator. And the predator goes on in search of prey again and again. Next time when it becomes hungry. Here I want to speak to you about one Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, the founder of Arya Samajam in North India. A book he has written, Satyartha Prakasham, is held in great respect in almost throughout India, particularly in North India. People like Swami Ramdev hold fast to it now, and every day he shows this book up as a standard of perfect thoughts. I earlier mentioned to you that I visited a president of Patanjali's operations in Kerala, one Mr. Bhaskaran in Kannur. When I visited him, he gave me this book, Satyartha Prakasham, in Hindi. As it was written in Hindi, he could not very much follow it, so he gave it to me. Because everybody in North India hold it very precious, I too had a desire to have a look at this book. I turned, bringing it home. I started turning its pages. I think at the very outset, at the first page itself, I saw written that God has provided food for every creature, and that shows His benevolence. You have seen this video, struggle for food. This is part of the way the food is provided to the creatures of this world. Don't you agree? Providing food with the life of another creature. The moment I read that sentence, I dropped that book in the waste paper basket. I had no mind to proceed with that book. Later on, I picked up that book and donated it to a research institute. I cannot provide a place for it in my bookshelf. With that thought process, to me, it shows the intellectual slavery of the one who has written the book. Intellectual slavery. God is said to be, supposed to be omnipotent. Nothing is impossible for Him. Why didn't He find a better way of providing food to all the creatures in this world? In this video, such things happen every second, during all the hours of the day, all over this world, in the seas, in the other water bodies, in the air, on the land, in the forests. Everywhere this is going on. Incidents in countless millions every second. Think of the horror, heartlessness, thoughtlessness of the creator of this system, order. This man, Maharishi, did not have the heart to see the suffering of the prey. Is the prey not created by the same God? He has provided food with the life of another creature. I think I have conveyed what I wanted to convey. You have to try to understand what I want to convey, not exactly from the words that I speak alone. You can imagine, think, the basis on which I stand, what I want to speak about, that you have to try to understand from between the lines also. This topic, thought, I end here. I wanted to tell you this to show the standard of God men. Sadguru Vasudev is one such. Nowadays I find that he vomits whatever he has heard from the writers of Tamil Nadu, 18 Siddhar and those sort of people. I too have come across so many such things, but I pocket it and I don't go about blurting out about these things. I use my intelligence. For instance, last day he said, Nama Shivaya. It represents the 5 elements. Anybody can say anything, any nonsense, and get along. Nama Shivaya represents air, fire, water, space, and things like that. Think. Those who have introduced the mantra would never have imagined about these meanings. And to pick up Brahmavidya from where we have to pick up Brahmavidya where we have left off, I invite you to revise the last video in Brahmavidya, B5 Brahmavidya, video number 5.